Blood was a hot mask on Ben Carter's uniform. The gash in his side, liquid fire. He'd saved a villager. The raiders' plasma fire was the cost. His steps painted a crimson trail on the violet moss. Medkit, empty. Vision swimming. 20 minutes, max. He stumbled, falling not onto the forest floor, but through it, tumbling into a hidden, silent crevice. He landed on damp earth. Above, the battle vanished. Below, a shaft of moonlight hit a shimmering, pulsing pool. Desperation drove him. He crawled, drank the metallic alien water. The pain vanished. His fingers found not a gash, but a pale new scar. "You are healed." The voice was cold steel. A blue-skinned woman emerged, fluid and predatory, a jagged blade aimed at his chest. Ben saw indigo blood staining her own bandage. A warrior. She nodded at his scar. "Now you owe. The mountain never gives freely." "I need to get back to my team," Ben said. "You were dying," she countered. "The source demands balance. Life for life. It's the oldest trap. The zero-sum game of survival." "I'm a doctor," Ben snapped. "Not a servant. Then help our people, or die here." The warrior, Mira, led him up the mountain path. Below, the forest was a violet sea scarred by plasma fire. "Your people," she spat. "Steal our children." "Those aren't my people. I'm medical aid." Mira's laugh was harsh. "Your uniform says otherwise." They reached a settlement carved from rock. She shoved him toward the chieftain's hut. Inside, the man gasped on furs, dying. "You drank," Mira hissed. "Now serve." "You stole life from the source," an elder croaked. "How many will you surrender to pay for it?" "That's barbaric." Ben recoiled. "We heal without blood payment. You have the luxury of machines." Mira's face was inches from his. "We have the source and its law." She gestured to her dying father. "Prove your words. Save him." Ben got his pack. His authority returned. "I need clean, boiled water, not from your source." He worked tirelessly, sterilizing tools, brewing tincture. He was a scientist, not a miracle worker. Mira watched, her doubt turning to wary respect at dawn. The chieftain's breath faltered. "Do something," Mira commanded. The man convulsed, then fell still. "No." Mira lunged, shaking her father. "Mira, he's gone." She whirled on Ben. "You failed. Your methods are worthless." The source would have saved him. At what cost? Ben shot back. "Whose life?" "Mine." The word exploded from her, raw and broken. She hurled a water bowl against the wall. Then, seeing his shared defeat, placed a hand on his shoulder. Grief against grief. From his pack, Ben drew his last sterile bandage. "For the others, each piece can save a life." Mira felt a strange fabric, a different kind of power. The first wall fell. Days passed. They fought the plague together. Fewer died. They shared a meal. Mira accepted his bread. "Your medicines work slowly," she admitted, "but they work." The door exploded. Raiders, 5 of them. The fight was brutal. A raider lunged at the children. Ben threw himself in the way. A blade punched deep into his gut. The last thing he saw was Mira's face, consumed by terror. She dragged him back to the source. She knew his creed, but she could not let him go. She forced the water down his throat. The wound sealed. Ben's eyes opened. He saw his healed scar. Then, the village gasped. Mira looked at her own bloodied hand, cut in the fight. Slowly, deliberately, she lifted the water to her own lips. Her wound vanished. Wordlessly, Mira unfolded the white bandage Ben had given her. She wrapped it around her freshly healed hand, a false wound. She turned to the clan. From this day, her voice rang, "I too am a debtor. His fate is mine." The clan erupted. "The law is absolute. I needed him to live," Mira confessed. They stood together as a new ship descended a consortium vessel. "Mercenaries. They come for the mountain," Mira whispered. "For the source, realizing the true currency isn't just life, but power." Ben knew the corporation. They wouldn't negotiate. They would strip mine the planet. "We use deception," Ben argued to the council. "We fake a contagion." Ben synthesized a compound mimicking plague symptoms. The warriors staggered into view, collapsing, spitting blood. The mercs hesitated. An irritant cloud, a bloody cough from one merc, and the team panicked, retreating. But it was too easy. The merc leader didn't leave. He raised his weapon and began firing at the mountain, testing the rock. The ground roared. "The tunnels are collapsing." Mira gasped. The children, they raced to the blocked cavern. Mira squeezed through. Ben followed, finding the villagers, but Mira had gone deeper to protect the source. He found her facing 3 Her blade was aimed at the cavern wall. She meant to bury the source, and herself with it. She would erase her world to save it. Mira, don't. She struck the wall. A merc fired, hitting her shoulder. Indigo blood sprayed into the pool. Ben tackled one. Mira struck the wall again. A panicked merc shot the ceiling. A massive boulder crashed into the source. The mercs fled. Mira was dying. Ben saw the remaining water. No, she rasped. The balance. Then we destroy it together, Ben said. He poured an acid vial from his kit into the pool. The water hissed and died. The mountain groaned. The ceiling gave way. Mira shoved Ben clear, sealing herself inside. No. Ben clawed at the rock. Warriors found him. There is another way. They crawled through ancient passages. Mira lay half buried, her breathing shallow. It is gone, she whispered. She refused the source remnant. Then, she pressed a small vial into his hand. A sample. For your people. For science. Balance without sacrifice. Promise me. I promise. You are free of your debt, she murmured, and stilled. Ben carried her body back. The clan gathered, terrified. Mira gave her life to protect it, Ben announced. She left us a new path. Healing without sacrifice. Words, an elder scoffed. No, knowledge, skill, time, all of which I am offering you. Ben touched the pocket holding the vial. Balance must be maintained. A child placed a flower on Mira's chest. I will learn his way, a warrior declared. The elders conferred. You may stay, but if your way fails, the debt will be yours. This is how change always begins, with a bargain made in grief. I accept. At dawn, after her funeral, Ben stood on the ledge. The vial was heavy with promise. He turned back to the settlement, where the people waited, not for a debtor, but for a healer. A bridge. He descended to find the balance Mira had died to create.